Carsen, thanks so much for being with us here. As we mentioned in the intro, a busy summer for you with the release of an EP and a new single, 1 Million Feet High. Your previous album last winter was a gospel album, but sung in your language. How would you describe the music you've released this year?
This year, I would say it's still kind of like in the more singer-songwriter folk genre. It is not outwardly Christian, but I would say it's rooted still within my faith. It's definitely the inspiration behind a lot of the songs.
You're curating Spotify's Indigenous playlist for the month of September, something you've done in the past. Who are some of the artists you're highlighting this time around and why?
I am highlighting DJ Shub and Tia Wood, my husband Joey Styles, a few other artists who are good friends of mine still on the playlist this time around. I'm just trying to think of who else is new. But DJ Shub, I'm happy to have him on this playlist this time. I heard that he was also on the show not too long ago.
He was, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he's a good friend of my husband and I's, and when I first started putting out music in 2017, he was already so big, so successful in the Indigenous music industry and beyond, and he's just such a cool, humble guy, you know. He was just so open to collaborating with me, and I really appreciated that. The song was called Wanna See You. So.
Yeah, good stuff. What's it like getting the big billboard treatment in downtown Toronto and getting the chance to highlight Indigenous artists and, of course, your own music?
Yes, it's a dream come true. Something I always thought would be amazing to just see myself up there so big. I'm just so grateful for the highlight, and it's fun curating the playlist because you know, I have friends and artists that I feel like maybe new or their music isn't discovered yet in the Indigenous music industry. And I'm so grateful that I get to play a part in having their music just be heard to a bigger audience, and they get to be put on a Spotify playlist for the first time. And it's just exciting for me to see how happy and excited they are as well.
Yeah, I bet. As you mentioned, you know, there's some familiar names on your playlist, some I've never heard of, which is kind of the point, I guess, as well. How would you describe the Indigenous music scene right now?
I would say there's a great mix of all genres. Like, we have amazing rap artists, pop artists, punk artists, singer-songwriter, folk, and I think Indigenous artists are doing amazing right now. It's like a Indigenous renaissance to say. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to Spotify for the opportunity to have me back.
Well, Carsen, congrats on the new music and the taking over of the Indigenous playlist. Thanks for taking some time for us here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.